There's somebody that I am looking at and that had direct relation to this obstacle. I'm saying it's their fault that this happened. And as a leader, we see this happen in our organization all the time where expectations are set. Someone doesn't follow through on it. Something gets missed. Something gets overlooked. And now we have a problem. Now we have a fire drill. We have something that needs to be taken care of. What happens a lot of times on teams is we just put a Band-Aid on it. Something happens. We're busy. We don't have the mental capacity to try to deal with this because of everything else that is happening in that moment. So we go with the fix that is the easiest and the quickest so we can get back to our day. And even when we make these decisions, a lot of times we understand what we're doing. We understand this is not a long-term fix. We tell ourselves, like, I'll get to this later, but then we never do because we have more and more fire drills that keep happening because we never get to the root of the issue. We don't fix the systems and the processes that are leading to these fire drills, so they keep happening. And it drives people mad. People go absolutely mad. People are already busy. They're already stressed out, and they have to keep dealing with these fire drills. It's a terrible experience. So my challenge for you is, instead of putting Band-Aids on these problems, take some time to get to the root of the issue. Your goal as a leader when problems happen is to find the system or process or tool that needs to be fixed or needs to be created to prevent this problem from continuing to happen. Sometimes it's going to be a lack of accountability, right? Expectation was already set. This person is not following through on the expectation. They continue to not follow through on the expectation. And as a leader, if you don't have the right conversation to fix that action that that person is taking or not taking, it's going to damage trust on the team. It's going to create conflict within the team, and people will lose respect. They'll lose trust for you as a leader because they'll wonder if you're actually competent enough to do the job. They'll wonder if you care enough about the impact that this lack of accountability is creating on their team. So as a leader, it's a big deal. And in order to be proactive, we can ask why 5 times. 5 layers of why. So something happens. We need to figure out why it happened. So here is an example that I had ChatGPT, my good friend ChatGPT, help me out with, so I could give you a case study of what this could actually look like. So here's the setting. A software development team in a mid-sized tech company was facing recurring issues with the development of a new feature, leading to delays and increased tension among team members. So we got this thing that's happening, right? Tension's increasing, but there's a conflict. The team was unable to meet the deadlines due to a reoccurring technical issue, leading to frustration and blame game among the team members. So this thing happens. What do people immediately do? They get into self-preservation mode. They start blaming each other. They want to make sure they're not the ones that are held accountable for this. It wasn't their fault, right? But good news. The project manager decides to implement the 5 whys technique to identify the root cause of the problem and find a solution. So let's step through the 5 whys. Let's look at this practical application. Why was the feature not deployed on time? There was a bug in the code. Okay. Why was there bugs in the code? The code was not reviewed properly. Okay, we're starting to understand the problem a little bit deeper, right? Why was the code not reviewed properly? The team was rushed to meet the deadline and skipped the review process. Okay, starting to get some more clarity around this. Why was the team rushed to skipping essential processes? The timeline was set for the project was unrealistic. Okay. Why was the unrealistic timeline set? There was a lack of clear communication between the management and the development teams regarding the project's complexity. So now we can actually get to the root cause of the issue. Again, like almost all conflict is a result of a lack of communication or gaps in communication processes. There was a lack of clear communication between the management and the development team regarding the project's complexity. So in order to fix these bug issues in the future, instead of blaming the coders, the actual fix, if we want to fix the systems that prevent these fire drills from happening in the future, Now that we understand the root of the issue, we can create a system and process that will allow us to eliminate more of these fire drills. We have to find a way for the management and the development team to have more clear communication, right? Now we can focus on the problem that's actually going to have a lot of trickle-down effect. Because if we're only focusing up here on the top level and the issues that happen, we're going to be constantly, it's like whack-a-mole. Like something comes up, we put it out. Something else comes up, we put it out. It just is exhausting. It's impossible. It's stressful. It stresses people out. It's not a great place to work, but we can prevent a lot of those by taking the time to really understand what's actually happening. Why are people quitting? Like, let's take some layers down and understand why people on the team are actually quitting. Why are customers constantly emailing on Saturdays, right? Like, why are there always customer issues on Saturdays? Okay, let's take some layers down and understand what's actually causing this. Instead of Band-Aids, we can fix the processes. When we fix the processes and systems, we fix a lot of other symptoms of the actual root problem. So challenging you, this is a challenge for you. When problems come up, do not put a Band-Aid on that problem.
Do